Ocean acidification stands as one of the most pressing and formidable environmental challenges of our time, posing a significant and multifaceted threat to shellfish populations and the vast industries that depend on their continued health and productivity. This phenomenon, driven by the relentless increase in atmospheric carbon dioxide, CO2 levels, is fundamentally and progressively altering the chemical balance of our oceans, creating far-reaching ripple effects throughout marine ecosystems and coastal economies worldwide. To truly understand the complexities of ocean acidification, it's essential to delve into its underlying chemical mechanisms. When seawater absorbs atmospheric CO2, a gas that is being emitted at alarming rates due to human activities, it triggers a cascade of chemical reactions that ultimately increase hydrogen ion concentration and subsequently lower the water's pH, making it more acidic. This intricate chemical process simultaneously reduces carbonate ion availability, a critical building block. This reduction proves particularly devastating for shell-building organisms such as oysters, clams, and mussels, which rely on these carbonate ions for survival and the development of their protective shells. Current measurements indicate that the average ocean pH is approximately 8.1. This reflects a decrease of 0.1 units since pre-industrial times, a seemingly small change that represents a significant increase in acidity. Scientific projections paint a concerning picture for the future. If current trends of CO2 emissions persist unabated, surface ocean pH could further decline to an alarming 7.8 by the century's end. While this numerical change might appear modest to the untrained eye, the logarithmic nature of the pH scale means this seemingly small shift actually represents a dramatic and potentially catastrophic increase in ocean acidity. The detrimental effects of ocean acidification on shellfish manifest themselves through multiple interconnected biological pathways. Most directly, the process severely compromises these organisms' fundamental ability to form and maintain their calcium carbonate shells, their primary defense mechanism. Under increasingly acidic conditions, shellfish must expend significantly more energy to simply construct their protective structures, primarily due to the reduced availability of carbonate ions in the surrounding water. This metabolic strain results in shellfish developing thinner, more fragile, and more vulnerable shells that offer less protection against predators and environmental stresses. Furthermore, these challenging conditions lead to notably slower growth rates and a smaller overall size in affected shellfish populations, with particularly devastating effects on mortality rates during the crucial and highly sensitive larval and juvenile development stages. The physiological impact, however, extends far beyond just shell formation. Acidification insidiously forces shellfish to reallocate their precious energy resources, directing more energy toward the increasingly difficult task of maintaining shell integrity at the expense of other vital biological functions necessary for survival and reproduction. This forced shift disrupts their internal acid-base balance, affecting fundamental metabolic processes and overall health. Consequently, the reproductive capacity of shellfish populations faces significant challenges, with acidification potentially compromising both the success rates of reproduction and the successful development of vulnerable larvae. The global shellfish industry, representing billions of dollars in economic value and supporting countless livelihoods, is experiencing increasingly severe and widespread disruptions directly attributable to the worsening problem of ocean acidification. Oyster hatcheries located along the United States West Coast have documented substantial and economically damaging losses, directly attributed to acidification-induced larval mortality. The Pacific Northwest oyster industry, in particular, continues to grapple with significant production challenges, creating economic ripples that extend throughout coastal communities reliant on this industry. Global assessments suggest that these negative impacts could expand considerably in the coming decades, threatening both shellfish aquaculture operations and wild fisheries worldwide, impacting food security and economic stability. Despite the daunting challenges, the scientific and aquaculture communities are not standing idly by. Instead, they are actively developing and implementing a variety of innovative strategies to address the multifaceted challenges posed by ocean acidification. Selective breeding programs represent one particularly promising avenue of research and action. Shellfish farms are working diligently to develop and cultivate oyster and other shellfish strains that are genetically better adapted to withstand and thrive in more acidic conditions. Recent research has also highlighted the exciting potential of seaweed co-cultivation as an innovative and nature-based solution. Studies have demonstrated that kelp, through its natural photosynthetic processes, can create beneficial halo effects by absorbing excess CO2 and nitrogen from the surrounding waters, thereby improving water quality and creating more favourable conditions for nearby shellfish. This innovative approach has shown promising results in enhancing both shellfish growth rates and shell strength, even under acidified conditions. Water chemistry management has emerged as another crucial strategy in the fight against ocean acidification. Progressive and forward-thinking hatcheries have implemented sophisticated monitoring systems designed to detect periods of high acidification in real time. They are also developing methods to carefully buffer incoming water during the critical larval development phases, creating a more stable and less stressful environment for these vulnerable young shellfish. Additionally, ecosystem-based approaches that focus on protecting and restoring natural marine habitats, such as vital seagrass meadows and kelp forests, offer potential long-term solutions for creating localized refuges against acidification, offering hope for the future. Ocean acidification, a multifaceted issue intertwining chemistry, biology, and economics, poses a considerable threat to marine ecosystems, particularly shellfish populations and the livelihoods of communities reliant upon them. While the documented decline in ocean pH, with its subsequent impacts on marine life, undeniably presents a concerning trajectory, the proactive responses from the scientific and aquaculture sectors reflect a significant capacity for adaptability and innovative problem-solving. The evolution of a diverse range of mitigation strategies is particularly noteworthy. The development of selective breeding programs, for instance, signifies a forward-thinking adaptation tactic. This approach resonates strongly with the principles of Doughnut Economics by respecting ecological limits while simultaneously bolstering economic stability for dependent communities. Even more heartening is the growing understanding of beneficial interspecies relationships, such as the protective halo effects generated by seaweed cultivation around shellfish. This underscores the potential for nature-based solutions already present within marine ecosystems that simply await broader understanding and wider implementation. Furthermore, the proactive measures adopted by hatcheries, including the implementation of sophisticated monitoring systems and meticulous management of water chemistry, exemplify the power of technological innovation to complement natural processes. These adaptations illustrate a capacity for human ingenuity to create buffered environments for vulnerable species while preserving the economic viability of aquaculture operations. The move towards ecosystem-based approaches, such as the vital efforts to protect and restore seagrass meadows and kelp forests, adds another layer to this strategy. By working in concert with natural systems, we can forge resilient solutions that simultaneously address both ecological and economic imperatives. These advancements taken together offer a degree of optimism. While the challenges of ocean acidification remain substantial, the evolving responses have generated valuable new knowledge and capabilities that hold the potential to fortify both marine ecosystems and coastal economies. The multifaceted nature of these solutions, seamlessly integrating genetic adaptation, ecosystem management, and technological innovation, provides a robust and adaptable framework that can be applied to a range of environmental challenges beyond ocean acidification. This comprehensive and integrated problem-solving approach aligns seamlessly with the regenerative and distributive principles at the heart of Doughnut Economics, demonstrating a viable path towards operating within planetary boundaries while still satisfying human needs. The advancements in understanding and tackling ocean acidification also serve as a powerful reminder of the crucial role of ongoing research and the continuous refinement of adaptation strategies. As our knowledge base expands, so does our ability to devise increasingly effective and sustainable solutions that benefit both the delicate balance of marine ecosystems and the well-being of the communities that rely upon their health. The narrative emerging from this ongoing challenge is not solely one of concern, but also one of proactive response, increasing knowledge, and an evolving capacity to adapt constructively to environmental change. The challenges are undeniably formidable, but our ability to meet them is continuously evolving and improving.